Okay, final update. The time is 3:17. Today is the 6th of October, the weekly expiry, and it was an okay expiry. Like you can't say too much about it. At different points, it felt like it could be tricky. There were definitely some swings here and there, and the premium felt like too less at all points to move in closer, which is why I didn't move in closer. And then at different points when I was considering moving in closer, it just felt it's not worth the effort, and I hadn't built up a large enough buffer. The idea was, okay, close at around 10 to 12 points and call it a day rather than trying to do something towards the end. No adventures towards the end. So let me get into the trade itself. If you shorted options today, you more or less made money. You didn't have to do too much, even though it felt like the risk to reward is not worth it, but the market did absolutely nothing. Yes, there were a few swings. There were a few times where you would have got stopped out on both sides, and yeah, that happened to me as well. I lost count of how many times I would have got stopped, but it was okay. And let's get into it. We opened gap up here from Tuesday closing of 168 at the money straddle. We opened at 110. Now 110 is not bad. It's not terrible. It's not good either. Here my idea was, okay, if I was holding a long all the way from Tuesday, so waited through Wednesday, and today I'm getting this gap up, what would I do here? I would book. So I took a delta bias position entering here, and even though 110 is not much, because I have a delta bias in my position, I shorted the 17,500 call option. This I shorted for about 18-19 rupees, and on the downside I shorted the 17,250 put option, which I shorted for around 12 rupees. So this is obviously delta biased. It means that I have much more credit on my call side. So into the down move, I thought it would protect me. It did actually. It did protect me. That's why when I took a stop loss on this at 18.5, I was not in a loss. If I was neutral, I would have ended up being in a loss in the first candle itself, because in the first candle itself, they shot from 12 to 18.5. Then we had, so I de-risked my puts at that point of time. And after that, we had this entire consolidation. Now around 940, it has just been like less than half an hour of the market being open. The at the money straddle fell to 90 rupees. The 17,400 was trading at 90 rupees at 940. Now what am I supposed to do here? Basically my idea here becomes that, look, anyway this moves, even if there is like a 50-60 point move, then this is going to hurt, because IV base itself is so low. So I completely scrapped the entire trade. I was at +6, and my idea was keep a trailing stop loss of 1.5, very small, right? So when I became +4.5, I scrapped the entire trade. Said not going to sit in this trade, will wait for a spike to get in closer. Unfortunately, that spike never came, which is why there's an opportunity cost involved. So what I did was I scrapped my trade and sold the 17,750. And on the downside, 17,000 put option, because I was getting 3 rupees for this. I thought the hedges were much better risk to reward. I covered my position, which was the 17,200, 17,500 for 18 rupees. Now, unfortunately, this 18 was also the high that it made. And into the up move that we had over here, this 2 went to 4, and this 3 came to 2. So it was actually -1 from my exit, at which point this was trading at 11, right? So that was not the best thing to do. I was expecting once we break the day's low, we'll continue, and that should lead to a good IV spike and give a good re-entry, but that did not play out according to plan. But anyway, opportunity cost is the only thing that has to be taken into consideration here. After that, at one point, when the credit in my 5 rupees position became less than 1.5, I picked up another 3 to 4 points of credit, and that was the end of the day. I didn't move any closer or do anything else. So yeah, 12 points for the day, and that's fine. Could have been better, but towards the end as well, in the last half an hour, 45 minutes, thought of moving in closer. It just didn't feel like the way Nifty has been behaving lately, the way expiries have been going lately. Figured would just take what is available peacefully instead of trying to fight tooth and nail near the money. So I hope you had a good expiry. There's not much else to say about this, and I will catch you at the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.